Yeah. So my name's Paul Brown. I work for Bluecat Networks, and my job role is sales engineer. So it was by mistake, basically. I started out as a software designer, did that job for around 7 years. I found that I was sat in front of a computer, more or less the whole of the day, 5 days a week, every week. And I wanted some sort of variation. So from that I wanted to be more customer facing, doing different sort of roles, different jobs from day to day. So from there I went into more of a support role where I had more of a customer touch. And from then I went into more of a kind of sales role. I knew more about the products, what they were used for, setting up various different scenarios, which made me a good candidate for more of a sales role, for going in front of customers, talking about their problems, their issues, and how we can solve them. There's no such thing as a typical day, which is what I like about this kind of job, in that when I get up in the morning, I have a rough idea of what I'm going to be doing, but you never know what's going to be thrown at you. So it can be a day at a conference, like today. It could be a day where I'm actually writing some code, simple, a high-level code for a customer for a proof of concept. It could be going to a meeting somewhere else out through the country. It just completely depends. It's always changing. Best bits, being a sales engineer when we make a sale, obviously, the bigger the better. But yeah, it's basically around knowing that you've solved someone's problems. You've been on site, you've listened to them, you've taken on board the right things. If you can feed back certain parameters back to product management, maybe form the product as well. But at the end of the day, you're selling the product and the customer's happy. Worst parts, it's the repetitive nature. No one likes repetition with any kind of role. So it would be kind of repeating the same kind of demonstration, which I've done hundreds of times before. But it's part and part of the job, and at least that's only a small part of the job. So yeah, it's good. There's many different places where you can go. What I would say is that I started off life working for a vendor, working for one specific product, which is one way to go about things. But there's also the likes of resellers or distributors out there who basically look after and manage a whole portfolio of different products. And I would have said that that's a good way to get into the market space and to get a good selection of products, a good kind of broad idea of what's out there and what you're interested in going forwards. It's a good question. At the moment in time, I'm kind of enjoying doing what I'm doing. As I would say with a lot of my career, I've just kind of gone with the flow. And whenever there's a challenge put in front of me, I maybe face redundancy. I used to think that was a bad thing, but it's not so bad. There's lots and lots of jobs out there, and sometimes you need that bit of a kick to make you get back out into the market. And yeah, it's just not being closed-minded, should I say, having an open mind, going out there and seeing what's available, and finding a new challenge when it kind of arises. At the moment, I don't necessarily have anything that I'm looking for, but yeah. I would have said having that kind of background, having a good general knowledge is obviously good. It's like with any kind of job, having a good foundation. So, build up a good, solid foundation, and should I say with breadth, and then potentially start to specialise and build on that. At least it will give a good idea, I'll be able to listen into people and be able to dial into what they're actually talking about, as opposed to just being specialised in one area.